Today is a lesson we're going to be doing that I've actually done in various iterations, but it's something that has, I've built on it. And it's actually just one of the most valuable lessons I can teach to a trader, because the more I work with students one-on-one and offer my mentorship services, I've come to realize that I can't help traders who aren't helping themselves, if that makes sense. You can't save people who aren't willing to be saved. If someone doesn't believe in themselves, it's hard for your belief in them to propel them. It's virtually impossible. Now, there is something about someone believing in you when you don't believe in yourself, right? When you don't see the vision, your own vision, when you don't believe in your dream, it is something to others holding that dream together for you, that vision for you. It literally keeps it into existence, but it's like it's keeping it on hold for you, right? It's still up to you to grasp it, grasp that dream, that vision, whatever it is, and just go for it. So in trading, the number one killer that I found with all traders is that they don't stick to their trading plan, or even worse, they don't have a trading plan. And let's go ahead and do a roll call. How many of us in here don't have a trading plan? Be honest, because whoever's honest about it, I'm gonna work with you personally and we're gonna get that plan together. So who in here does not have a trading plan? Okay, so we got one person, Golden Boy, Jacob. Jacob, you don't have a plan, bro? You've been here. What's going on? Yeah, message me after this, because that's not okay, man. Like, what's going on, bro? You should have a plan by now. So, and I'm not trying to come for you, but I'm coming for you because today's the day you make a change. If you're not where you want to be and you don't have a plan, it's like you're taking a trip with no map, right? How are you going to get there? How do you even know when you get there? So the plan is important. Now, Caleb says that his is not complete. Kareem says he's still refining before they go live. That's cool. Caleb, I will say one thing, that plan never gonna be completely complete, right? You'll get it to where you like it, but you're constantly, not necessarily constantly, but you will find yourself revising it, as you change as a person, as your life changes. Maybe you have a kid or you take a class or something, so you have to adjust your trading hours. Maybe the market conditions are such that you can't trade something, or maybe you have new revelations in your back test, in your studying of the market, and you want to incorporate that into your plan. And so the trading plan will be ever evolving. You need to get it to a concrete point where you can follow it, you can stick to it for a large sample size. Now, what I mean by a large sample size, a minimum of 1 month, ideally 3 months, 2 to 3 months, okay? So that means you actually make a plan. You have a setup, whether it's I take ECR only during Asian session with a 10 pip stop loss, risking 5%. You need to do that for 2 months straight. And what happens when you do that, you actually begin to see the market from a standpoint of stillness. Because like we say, the market's ever moving, ever evolving, up, down, sideways, etc. And if you become a victim to the market where you move with it, every beat, every stop hunt, every breakout, your bias changes or you're unsure, you're gonna get lost. It's the saying that we have that I like, and let me bring up my actual bullet points for the class. I always forget to actually do that. So yeah, the saying, stand for nothing, fall for anything. So basically that means if you don't have a deep-seated belief or like morals that anyone or anything is able to sway you into thinking or doing what they believe or doing their bidding, and the market is no different. If you don't have some type of belief that you place upon the market that you stick to, some type of values that you place on the market, aka your plan, then you will be a victim to the market maker. They will show you what they want you to see. And that's the oxymoron of the market. So that's why this is so important. And regardless what your plan says, if it's retail AF and you're taking the most retail setup ever, if you stick to it with proper risk management and stick to that plan religiously, you'll actually profit over time. Now, once you learn the Forexia way and you trade in line with the market maker and the traps and you refine your entry, maybe use micro traps for entry, you become a real beast because those moves that could have been break even or 10 pips or 2 pips or whatever, you're catching swings for 100 pips and 200 pips. And this is not far-fetched. We do this every day. You see people in our communities post this, share these analysis before they play out, etc. So first and foremost, you need a plan. Yep, Josue says trading plan is an evolving document. Me personally, I like to use my whiteboard. Here, I'll show y'all real quick. Let me turn on my video. Let's get live today. Okay. Y'all should be able to see this. I can't actually see my camera, but this is my plan. It shows how much I risk when I trade, my setup. It goes through my setup, right? Not just, oh, I take an ECR. No, I need to identify that peak. I need to identify that trend line support traps. I need to identify the MW for that sine wave. I need to make sure I waited for that shift out the 100 area. I need to check for trap correlation, and then I can enter on ECR or my secret fib retracement sauce, right? From there, I have my exit trade management criteria. Move stop loss to break even, close position at 1-to-1 overall, trail runner, right? Have my saying, I have my goals, I have my mantras, I have my number of days trading, my office hours, etc. Okay, so it's cool. Y'all can take 100 screenshots. So I actually like writing. Okay, so maybe not everyone saw it, but basically I was just showing my whiteboard, and I like using the whiteboard because it keeps me immersed in my plan. It allows me to physically touch it, see it. And I love typing out everything. I even type out my songs, my lyrics, right? But just something about that whiteboard that I look at every day, and it makes me stick to it. So anyone ever told you you look like Saeed from Lost? All right, I'm gonna ask my girl about that because she used to watch that show. I never seen it. I never watched it. So yeah, so guys, it's so important that you actually have a trading plan, because once you have the plan, what's gonna be super hard is actually sticking to it. And this is where I run into a lot of issues with my students that I'm attempting to help. Sorry, I just literally ran over my toe with my chair. It hurts. Okay, so one of those days. But yeah, this is what I've been over with my students one-on-one, and they'll come back to me like, I blew my account. And this is where I'm learning as a teacher, how can I help someone who won't stick to their plan, who won't help themselves? And I realize it's impossible. So all I can do is instill the importance of having your plan and then sticking to it, because you're gonna break it. But the thing is, how many times are you gonna break it? How many times are you gonna take to finally get it through your head that you need to stick to it? And this is what I will tell you guys from my experience. If you're going against your plan, say there's some type of reversal setup that you want to take and it's not in your plan, but it's a Thursday, you see it, and Dylan taught you it, right? The GOAT, he taught you this. What you want to do is use a smaller lot size. So say, like in my trading plan, you see I can risk 1 to 5%. Say I'm risking 5%, and it's, let's say, one standard lot, right? So, and I want to take a setup that's not mine. For this setup, maybe I risk a tenth of that, 0.1. Maybe I risk a micro, a 0.01. and I risked, $1, $1.50. This is fine. This is how you get the experience, right? And then this is how, once you get comfortable with the setups, you can actually just throw on the leverage. That's the whole point, because it doesn't matter zero point zero 0.01 or 100.0, so Josue said that EU took him out, then 200 pips. Yeah, yeah, it is what it is. That's what happened. Let's see. Did you wanna unmute? We can look at your entry. You want me to unmute you? Where you at, bro? Oh shit. Okay, never mind. Never mind. Okay. But okay, so yeah, we won't look over that setup. There's actually been, the market's been really, I won't say I will say volatile, but these moves, right? Usually something moving intraday 50 pips. Um, there's been 100 pip moves. So 200 pip moves. So, this is with all the pandemic stuff going on in the market, in the world, etc. We're seeing bigger moves than usual. Yeah, that was a nice drop. Nice, simple ECR setup. Yeah, this was a good one. I haven't traded this week yet. I usually don't trade early in the week a lot, but there were some nice setups I see. But we'll see what the rest of the week has to offer here. Oh yeah. So clearly we're in this downtrend. Oh yeah. Yep. Broke out of there. Induced buyers. I know people were buying off here. I think I heard people talking about buying on Monday. And I know with the the USD just kind of being in flux, people thinking the stock market crashing, crypto's crashing, they just expect everything USD to go to crap, right? But let's see here. Sorry, just checking the chat. But look, yep, you see that about that fourth tap, that's when the continuation happened. So nice move. 4 taps. This was a support. Price worked above it and dumped. So we had entries. Let's see. Yeah, hella entries on the 1 minute. Man, I should have traded this. So yeah, I'm not sure where you got in, Josue, but yeah, like, say you got in, say you got in here, and that could take you out. That's 20 pips, which is not, crazy, but a lot of us are using 10 pips, but, would have paid out. So it will just depend on your entry. One thing I wanted to show y'all, check out DXY, which is the dollar index. And this is kind of like a way you can get more insight into the currency pair. Well, I gotta check the chat is going off. Okay. Out. Need pics to verify. What do you think about USD Mexican? Haven't looked at it. I'll go take a look. Gold 800 pip from Slingshot. Nice, Dave. I saw you caught it at the perfect time. I don't know if you held it or not, but the 1 minute sniper got in FOMO 10 pips. Oh, okay. I think it would be smart to enter gold. Do I think it would be smart to enter gold at an ECR retest? We'll take a look. But this is what I did want to show y'all. Dollar index, right? This is showing what the dollar's doing. So we did have this huge dump, like we said, February 24th with the economy, with all the fear, 2 weeks of dump. Then from there, boom, whipsaw. We're right back where we were before the quote unquote flash crash, whatever, with the dollar, right? So is the dollar really getting weak? It doesn't look like it to me. Just smoke and mirrors, guys. All right, let's look at USD Mexican. I never actually traded this pair, but I saw Luke had like a crazy trade. Him and Johan. Johan's a beast. Y'all might not know him. So nothing about this say, you know, sell, fully erect. Sorry. I'm still an immature kid at the end of the day. Let's see here. Broke out. Wow. What a trade. Mm. I mean, it looks super bullish. It's working a high now. It's playing off of it. So we could get some type of retracement. But I wouldn't simply look for this to reverse because, it's playing off this high. We might have some type of reversal where, maybe I do something like this, even break out of this trend line. Oh, not like that, sorry. Come on. Okay. So, we might get some type of trap to buyers where they induce them and just kind of stop them out, because at this point, I think Forex had called the buy down here, but at this point, maybe everyone buying. So we could see something like this, right? And then continue up because this trend line is just getting really obvious. We're seeing a resistance that could be played off as a support. So if I were to trade USD Mexican, I wouldn't try to short it personally. I would wait for a correction, and then I would wait to catch a continuation like right about here or something like that, okay? Let me check the chat. Trendline traders are rich now. Go looking to buy EG. Yeah, EG's been bullish. I was thinking it was gonna be bearish a couple weeks ago, but I was wrong. Let's go take. We're gonna look at gold. We're gonna look at gold. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Check who's in here. Okay. Oh yeah. Gold is straight bullish, but I know China was selling off a bunch of their gold after buying it up. Been, getting more versed in my fundamentals and how they actually do affect the market. Not to sound uber retail, but got to pay attention to what's going on in the world because you will see it in the market. So this thing been bullish for a year, actually longer. Let's go for years. Let's see. This thing been bullish since 2015. Right? And we know there's a lot of history behind gold and the gold standard across the world. But you see, it's been bullish, guys. And what happened was kind of got too obvious, it seems, right? And similar to what I was saying, I had seen could see potentially happening on USD Mexican and MXN, I could see something like that happening on gold. So let's see. So yeah, this might be something that could be good for ECR, maybe tomorrow. Because, let's move this down. People were induced to sell. I mean, this was a nice M. So two things can happen. There's going to be the two things that can happen, guys, for the most part. So now sells become obvious, right? Then price induce against and continue down. That's the one potentiality. Other is something like that, right? We just continue up. And um, I'm more to that bias, but there might be more of an induction. Now, how would I actually incorporate this into a trade that I would execute? It wouldn't matter because I'd be scalping, right? And I'd be scalping my entry at least, let's say that. So now I see, let's come into this area. Now we're on our lower time frame. Let me close my window. I think the gardeners are coming. Oh, I can hear them coming. Okay, so, you know, this area, everybody finally selling. You see double trap, trend line taps, support, turn resistance. Keep playing off this, induce against them. So traders are trapped down there, not letting them out. Let's see. I kind of just worked through this like a problem, like a math problem. So now, yeah, I would look for an ECR to continue up. And the way I trade is even if I somehow get caught in the trap, like say this was an induction and it wouldn't matter because I would have secured my risk and I would have been a break even by like up here. So that's how I trade to be like water. So let me look on like for an EMA entry. Okay. You see it's showing respect to the WMA, showing respect to this area. So I mean, that's normal for price to do. It's also working off this trend line, which is normal as well. Just another way to trap. So maybe you find a daily buy structure like that. So I would wait to see how this accumulates. Wait to see what happens at London Open. If it accumulates, break low, it doesn't break our EMAs or whatever your entry rule is, you know, boom, you could be buying this tomorrow. That's my analysis. But I wouldn't try to buy it now. Okay. We got odd and cat news tomorrow. Cool, cool, cool. All right. What other pair did y'all want to look at? EG, UCAD. Let's look at Euro GP, GPG, GBP, GPG. Okay. Always before I analyze, guys, hiding my EMAs. I'm bringing that in only for my entry. Okay. Oh, wow. Yep, yep, yep. Okay. So, I mean, I don't see any reason price not going to come up here. It didn't work all the way to get up here to 93.93, whatever. So that's just looking at the obvious, you know, zones and where banks may be attempting to get price. Now, you know, we have this macro W, you know, same thing we see, guys, this resistance, right? Trend line tap, or right here, you see this was a support, now it's a resistance. Traders get trapped under here. So a lot of trap liquidity under here. Didn't let them out because you see how this low wasn't broken. What that usually means is there are trap traders under here, people who sold into this, and the market maker's just dragging them. So, you know, some of these people are not going to be let out. Some of these people, and you can see, let's take a look at the whole number. Here, let's do this properly. Horizontal line. Coordinate 3. So 1,000 pip range on this boy. 93. So this is where, this is where the big players, this is how they're placing their orders. So see, this is 1,000 pip range, how price respect, placed off of here, came here, mass orders off of here, came back for some mass orders. This was our, this is our exit. These were seller traps to get out with it. Now we've broken out. This was gas depot, catch you some ECRs, catch that correction, kind of like how we're talking about how gold could potentially be, that same concept. Now let's look now, see if it's a little overextended or what. Okay, so at this point, clear, getting very clear. And remember, this type of pair is I don't think the term has been coined yet, but I'm gonna call it a calibrating pair. And what I mean by calibrating pair is it's part of the market maker's algorithm, right? But we know damn well they want to move GU and EU. So EG is gonna, by trap correlation, by correlation is gonna be affected. So when I look at this, what I would speculate is that overall euro pairs would be getting stronger, pound pairs would be getting overall weaker, right? So that's just kind of a way to think of it. Now, come in this area. So yeah, I'm still bullish on this, but it looks like this is gonna correct too, right? Like we may get some type of, maybe it come up. So I would still be looking for buys for this, but I would need to see some type of pullback as well. Because and one kind of like giveaway you can see is just like look at the space between 150 pips. This pair's a little more crazy, but 150 pips to the WMA, and we know how like a pair may want to correct. So maybe you look to, you're trying to sell. If you were trying to take a counter trend sell, you could see this as a good area to take profit or secure or whatever. But everything says up, but we want to wait for some type of retracement. Let's keep going. Feeling excited today. Man, like I said, I'm having these migraines. I feel weak and all that stuff, but it's not getting to me. And we're doing this new challenge. And yeah, I'm liking the new challenge as well. So correct. I can already hear Brandon screaming for it to correct. It needs to be wrong first. Yes. Okay. So Jacob, I'm gonna take it that you're in UCAD because the way you want to look at it. I already know it's different when somebody in a trade and they tell me to look at it. They like, please, bro, just trust whatever the hell you did. Just whatever you did, bro, just trust it. Take the L, take the W, but let's break it down. And then we'll see if we have time for EuroCAD, and then we'll call it a session. We got, guys, it's Tuesday. Got an incredible week ahead of us. So yeah, this baby's just been bullish, and like I said, when you take a look at something like the DXY, hang on, it's going slow. Come on. Yeah, when you take a look at something like the DXY, you just see that whipsaw. You see it's been bullish. You see that, and you take it over to UCAD. See, it's been bullish. Yeah, nothing about this was telling me to sell. It's been, I know, like for instance, right here, there's a lot of people selling, right? Even in Forex, yeah. But what we see is macro resistance. So sell, everyone's selling. It's a big seller trap, guys. Once price just shift against them, it's not coming back to let them out right here, right here. So we've been off to the races. Yeah, I know there's a gap. You can say the gap need to be filled, but you know what we've been saying, guys. Don't depend on these gaps to be filled, right? They can get filled whenever. It can get filled in 3 years, and what, you're gonna hold the trade for 3 years? So just remember that. Super bullish. I don't know are you already in buys, bro? Or what are you doing in the trade? Did you short it? Or what's up? Oh, thoughts for tomorrow news. Okay. For tomorrow's news, let me see. I know there's CAD news on Friday too. Tomorrow news. Oh, we got CAD news. CPI reports. Okay. We could see how it plays out by news. Let me see. Let me try to take a closer look here. Oh, we got less than a minute. My bias is still bullish on this. It may correct. Let me look on a higher time frame. If I see, yeah, like look, I think it will at least go here. Like this zone seems pretty close. So maybe we get a huge macro M, right? But let's see. I would speculate that price will at least come back here, even if it's gonna do something crazy reverse, which is, sorry, we couldn't get to UCAD, which is 1.48. So I would speculate UCAD at least go to 1.48 at this point. That doesn't mean just buy it now. It's like, look, it's so bullish. Don't just jump in this. But you know, if you do get a accumulation tomorrow, break out the range like that, you could look to take sells. I mean buys. Okay, guys, we're out of here. Thank you for everyone who showed up. I appreciate you. If anyone has questions about a trading plan or how to stick to them, just message me. I got you. Okay. Thumbs up, brothers and sisters. Peace out.